Atlanta is holding its breath tonight because King Harris, the son of hip-hop royalty T.I. and Tiny, is fighting for his life in the ICU. And doctors have warned the family that the next 24 hours will determine everything. This is no ordinary health scare. According to insiders and heartbreaking leaks, King's condition has taken a sudden, devastating turn. Once described as stable, sources now reveal that his vitals have dropped. His breathing is labored, and the family has been told to prepare for the worst. The news has spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through hip-hop and beyond. Fans who just days ago were watching King clown around on social media now find themselves praying for a miracle. Hashtags like #PrayForKing and #StayStrongKing are flooding Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with millions begging for updates. Inside the hospital, the atmosphere is reportedly tense and emotional. T.I. has allegedly not left his son's side, while Tiny has been seen breaking down in tears, comforted by close family. Rumors claim family friends, including celebrities, have been rushing to the ICU to show support, knowing that this could be their last chance to say goodbye. But here's the part that makes this even more haunting. Whispers suggest there's more to the story than what the hospital reports are saying. Some insiders claim King's condition worsened because of a shocking complication no one saw coming, something the family has tried to keep quiet until now. Stay with me, because as the next 24 hours tick away, the truth about what really happened to King Harris is about to shake the entire hip-hop world to its core. To understand the weight of this moment, to understand why fans around the world are glued to their screens and praying for King Harris, you have to go back. You have to understand who King is, the world he comes from, and why this ICU battle isn't just a family crisis, but a cultural moment shaking hip-hop to its very core, the legacy he was born into. King Harris wasn't just any kid. He was born into the royal bloodline of Atlanta hip-hop, the son of T.I., the King of the South, and Tiny, a powerhouse in her own right as a singer and reality star. From birth, the cameras were on him. From family reality shows to red carpet appearances, King grew up in the spotlight. For years, fans watched him evolve from the mischievous, outspoken kid on T.I. and Tiny. The family hustled to a young man trying to carve his own identity. And unlike his siblings, King wasn't shy about stepping into the chaos of social media, often trending for his wild antics, brash comments, and controversial live videos. But beneath the jokes and the headlines, King was also under intense pressure. He wasn't just the child of celebrities. He was expected to live up to a dynasty. Every move was scrutinized, every mistake magnified, and slowly, that pressure began to show. The controversies that followed him, King became notorious in recent years for getting caught up in fights, public outbursts, and brushes with the law. Clips of him arguing in diners, posting reckless videos, and going live during confrontations went viral more than once. Fans often labeled him troubled, while others said he was simply a young man acting out under the weight of fame. T.I. himself admitted in interviews that raising King was a challenge. He loved his son fiercely, but he also knew King had a rebellious streak. Tiny, on the other hand, often defended him, saying he was misunderstood and only acted out because he wanted to prove himself outside of his parents' shadows. Those controversies, though, made King more human. Fans saw a young man struggling to balance fame, family, and identity. And while many clowned him online, others quietly rooted for his redemption. The turning point then came, the shocking turning point: King's sudden health collapse. What began as a minor scare quickly spiraled into something far more serious. At first, reports suggested he had been admitted for exhaustion and minor complications. But whispers soon spread that it wasn't that simple. Insiders hinted at something darker, something the family was trying to protect. And when word leaked that King had been rushed into the ICU, everything changed. Suddenly, the laughter stopped. The memes vanished. Fans realized this wasn't just another headline about King Harris being wild. This was life or death. The family's response behind closed doors. The Harris family is said to be shattered. T.I., the man known for his confidence and bravado, has reportedly broken down multiple times at the hospital. Tiny, usually the rock holding the family together, has been described as inconsolable. Siblings have been spotted entering the ICU, some with tears streaming down their faces, others refusing to speak to the cameras waiting outside. Even extended family and close friends have rushed to the hospital. According to insiders, famous names have been quietly slipping in and out of the building, showing support for the family during this unimaginable storm. The pressure of the clock makes this moment so gut-wrenching is the timeline. Doctors have allegedly told the family that the next 24 hours are critical. That means every tick of the clock feels like a lifetime. Imagine being in that waiting room, watching the monitor, waiting for updates, not knowing whether the next call from the ICU will bring hope or heartbreak. That's the agony T.I., Tiny, and the rest of the family are living through right now, and the world is watching. Fans aren't just curious, they're emotionally invested. For so long, they've seen King as the loud, defiant son who wanted to prove himself. Now, they see him as a fragile human being, fighting for his life. The unanswered questions, but here's where things get even more chilling. No one knows the full story of how King ended up here. The family has remained tight-lipped, refusing to give details. And in that silence, the rumors have grown louder. Some say it was a freak medical complication. Others whisper about stress, exhaustion, or even hidden struggles that have finally caught up to him. Insiders are teasing that there's more to this story, something explosive, something heartbreaking that could completely shift the way fans see King and his family dot the emotional weight of legacy. And here's the most tragic layer of it all. King wasn't just another celebrity kid. He was supposed to carry on the Harris family legacy. T.I. once called him the future of the brand, saying he believed King had the charisma, the fire to make his own mark on hip-hop. Now, with King lying in an ICU bed, that bright future feels uncertain. Fans who once debated whether King would follow in his father's footsteps are now praying just to see him walk out of the hospital alive. So here we are. A young man who was born into greatness, struggled under the weight of fame, lived through public controversies, and now faces the fight of his life. And as the family clings to hope in a sterile ICU waiting room, with the clock ticking down on the most critical 24 hours of King Harris's life, the question that haunts everyone is simple yet terrifying. Will Atlanta's prince survive? Or will hip-hop face a tragedy it will never recover from? The sterile white walls of the ICU were supposed to hold hope. Instead, they echoed with heartbreak. King Harris' condition, once described as concerning but manageable, suddenly took a terrifying nosedive. The medical emergency, according to hospital insiders, King's vitals dropped without warning. Machines began to beep frantically. Nurses rushed in and doctors ordered immediate interventions. Tiny reportedly collapsed into a chair, clutching her chest while T.I. stood frozen, his usual composure shattered as his son's life hung in the balance. Witnesses say the entire family was ushered out of the room while doctors worked to stabilize King. The scene was described as absolute chaos, tears, shouting, and whispered prayers bouncing. The public finds out at first. The family tried to keep the crisis private. But in today's world, secrets don't last long. A nurse allegedly leaked the update to a gossip outlet, and within hours the headline spread across social media. King Harris critical in ICU. Doctors say next 24 hours are crucial. Fans erupted online. Hashtags like #PrayForKing, #StayStrongKing, and #King Harris 24 hours began trending worldwide. Thousands of fans posted prayer videos, emotional TikToks, and tribute reels set to sad music, pleading for King to pull through. But while fans prayed, rumors started swirling. And this is where the story took a shocking twist. The first twist: what really happened? According to whispers from alleged insiders, King's sudden deterioration wasn't just random. Multiple unverified reports began claiming that his condition was linked to a hidden medical complication the family never wanted publicized. One blog dropped the headline, "Exclusive: King Harris health crisis may be linked to secret struggles family kept hidden." Fans speculated wildly. Some said it was exhaustion from his hectic lifestyle. Others hinted at stress, anxiety, or even a dangerous incident that the family wasn't ready to reveal. A supposed text exchange, leaked by someone claiming to be close to the hospital staff, showed one chilling line: "They don't want the truth getting out." It wasn't just a medical collapse. Something happened that night. Screenshots of the alleged text spread like wildfire. Suddenly, fans weren't just worried about King's health. They were demanding answers about what led him to this point. Social media chaos. Internet turned into a frenzy of speculation. What are they hiding? We deserve the truth. This wasn't random. Look at the timeline. Something triggered it. If King was in trouble before this, why didn't anyone intervene? TikTok creators stitched together timelines of King's recent public appearances, claiming they saw signs of exhaustion and stress. Old clips of him slurring his words during lives or looking fatigued in interviews resurfaced, now painted as warning signs we ignored. Celebrity reactions began as news of King's worsening condition spread. Celebrities rushed to share their prayers. 50 Cent, surprisingly soft, tweeted, "Praying for King. Family first. Always." Meek Mill posted, "Young Bull, gotta make it through this." "We rooting for you, nephew," Candy Burrows from RHOA shared, sending love and prayers to Tiny and the family. No parent should ever go through this. But one reaction stood out. Boosie Badtl went live, looking visibly shaken, saying, "Man, King like my lil nephew." This news hit hard. Y'all better send them prayers up. For real? The hospital vigil by nightfall. Dozens of fans gathered outside the hospital, holding candles and signs that read, "We love you, King," and prayers. For the Harris family, videos of the vigil spread online, showing strangers united in their hope for King's recovery. But as touching as it was, the vigil also fueled speculation. Some live streams from the crowd claimed to have spotted celebrities entering through side doors. One viral clip allegedly showed T.I. arguing with security, his face filled with anger and grief. The producer twist, and then, out of nowhere, a shocking rumor hit the blogs. King's collapse may have happened shortly after an alleged confrontation at a studio. One insider claimed he was at the studio that night. Something went down, and next thing you know, he's in the hospital. They ain't telling the whole story, though unverified. The rumor spread like wildfire. Fans immediately linked it to the leaked text, suggesting something happened that night. Suddenly, this wasn't just about King's health. It was about what triggered the collapse and whether the family was hiding a much bigger truth. With King clinging to life, his family breaking down, fans holding vigils, celebrities praying, and rumors of a hidden cause swirling, the entire hip-hop world was left in suspense. And as the Harris family waits through the longest night of their lives, whispers of a shocking secret behind King's collapse leave everyone asking, was this just a tragic medical emergency? Or is there a truth too painful to reveal? The world thought King Harris was simply battling for his life in a sterile ICU bed. But as hours turned into an endless night, whispers began spreading. Whispers that turned this heartbreaking story into something far more sinister. The anonymous insider speaks it began with a post from a burner account on Twitter. The user claimed to work inside the hospital and dropped a chilling message. This wasn't just medical. Something happened before he got here. The family knows. They're keeping quiet. Screenshots of the tweet spread like wildfire. Fans demanded proof. Minutes later, the account posted a second tweet. "Check the cameras from the studio that night." That's all I'm gonna say. The internet froze. The studio? Suddenly, this wasn't about a random collapse. It was about what happened before King was rushed to the hospital. The eyewitness story hours later. A gossip blog published an anonymous eyewitness account. The source claimed they were at a late-night studio session with King the evening before his hospitalization. According to them, tensions had been running high. King allegedly got into a heated argument with someone in the room, an altercation that left him visibly shaken. The eyewitness said he was yelling, pacing back and forth, saying he was tired of being disrespected. Then he stormed out, breathing heavy, clutching his chest. Nobody thought it was serious at first. Next thing we know, he collapsed. That one account sent shockwaves. Was King's collapse triggered by a confrontation? Did stress and anger push his body past the breaking point? The alleged video clip then came the most explosive twist. A blurry, leaked video allegedly from security cameras outside the studio. The 12-second clip, though grainy, appeared to show King stumbling out of the building, visibly distressed. At one point, he leaned against a wall, struggling to catch his breath. Before two men rushed to help him, the caption attached to the clip read, "This is what they don't want y'all to see, whether authentic or fake." The video spread like wildfire across TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Fans replayed it frame by frame, zooming in, analyzing every movement. The clip fueled theories that something much bigger had gone down that night. The family's silences, the internet exploded. The Harris family remained silent. No official statements. No press conferences. Just whispers of visitors rushing in and out of the ICU. That silence only fueled suspicion. Fans began accusing the family of hiding the truth to protect reputations. One viral tweet read, "We prayed for King, but now we want answers." What really happened before the ICU? The shocking reveal, a hidden struggle, then a devastating leak dropped. An alleged text conversation between two family associates. The messages claimed King had been quietly battling anxiety and stress-related health issues for months, something the family knew but had never made public. One line from the leaked text read, "He's been spiraling for a while. The pressure, the fights, the expectations. This wasn't random." That reveal hit fans like a punch to the chest. Suddenly, the image of King as just a wild celebrity kid shifted into something darker. A young man drowning under the weight of fame, expectations, and his own demons. Social media meltdown. The revelation split the internet in two. Sympathy. Fans flooded timelines with posts about mental health in the Black community, urging compassion and understanding. Skepticism. Others doubted the leaks, accusing blogs of fabricating evidence to milk the tragedy. TikTok creators posted emotional videos saying, "We clowned him when he acted out. We should have seen the signs. Now it's too late." Meanwhile, hashtags like #ProtectKing, #MentalHealthMatters, and #PrayForTheHarrises surged across platforms. Celebrity voices. Weigh-in celebrities once again jumped into the conversation. Boosie, emotional in another live, said, "We laugh at these kids' antics, but they hurting too. Y'all better stop before we lose another one." Killer Mike tweeted, "Atlanta loves you. King, pressure on our youth is real. We gotta do better." Tiny's bandmate Candy Burris wrote, "Seeing Tiny hurt like this is breaking me. Prayers up for the whole family." The outpouring of support was overwhelming. But so was the speculation. The FBI rumor then, out of nowhere. A wild rumor hit Reddit that King's collapse was being looked at by authorities due to events at the studio. Some posts claimed a fight had broken out earlier in the night, and that investigators were quietly checking into what triggered the health emergency, whether true or not. The rumor went viral. Fans began treating the situation like a mystery case, piecing together alleged timelines, cross-referencing sightings, and speculating about who might have been involved. As dawn broke over Atlanta, King's fate still hung in the balance. Doctors hadn't released an update. The family remained tight-lipped, and the internet was left buzzing with theories, rumors, and prayers. And as the Harris family braces for another long night, with leaked videos, insider texts, and whispers of studio fights swirling, one haunting question remains. Is King Harris fighting only for his life? Or is he also caught in a storm of secrets the world isn't ready to hear? As word spread of King Harris worsening, and just as the internet was at its loudest, another unverified rumor dropped. Alleged divorce filings connected to T.I. and Tiny surfaced online, while nothing was confirmed. Fans speculated that the stress of King's ICU battle had fractured the family itself, whether real or fake. The rumor took off, dragging the Harris family even deeper into public scrutiny when they were already at their breaking point. And as King Harris fights for his life, with fans demanding answers, celebrities weighing in, and whispers of family cracks spreading, one haunting truth lingers. The next update could either bring relief or plunge hip-hop into its darkest tragedy yet. By now, the entire world was watching, refreshing their feeds every second, desperate for an update. King Harris lay in the ICU machines, keeping him alive, his family shattered and fans holding their breath. But just when it seemed the story couldn't get more heartbreaking, the final twist dropped a revelation that left even the most loyal supporters shaken to their core. The leaked doctor's note. Late in the night, a grainy photo began circulating online. It appeared to show a doctor's progress note, dated the same day King was admitted. The document, watermarked with the hospital's name, included one chilling phrase: patient presented with complications consistent with severe stress-induced collapse. The words stress-induced instantly became the focus. Fans interpreted it as proof that King's condition wasn't purely physical, it was tied to mental and emotional pressure that had finally reached a breaking point. Some called it compassion. Others said it was a cover-up, carefully worded to hide the real cause. But either way, it confirmed what many feared. King's battle was about more than just his body. The family meltdown, meanwhile, a bystander allegedly recorded a heated argument in the hospital hallway. The blurry clip appeared to show T.I. raising his voice, pacing furiously while Tiny sobbed in the background. One voice, believed to be a relative, shouted, "Y'all kept ignoring the signs." The video, though only 15 seconds long, went viral instantly. Fans dissected every word, speculating about whether the family was imploding under the pressure. Some saw a father blaming himself. Others saw cracks forming in hip-hop's royal family at their most vulnerable moment. The whisper of a final message. Then came the twist that froze everyone in their tracks. A blogger claimed King had sent a voice note to a close friend just hours before his collapse. The alleged message, never officially confirmed but leaked in fragments online, included one haunting line: "If anything happens to me, just know I was tired of fighting to be heard." Those words shook the culture. Whether real or fake, they spread like wildfire across TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Fans replayed them with sad music, turning King's alleged final message into a chilling anthem of pain. The internet reacts. Social media erupted at hip-hop truths. That voice note, if it's real, we failed this kid. At Protect the Youth, y'all clowned him when he was alive. Now you're crying? Hypocrites. At ATL Watcher, the Harris family owes us answers. We can't mourn in silence while secrets are hidden. The fan base was divided again, some pouring love and prayers, others demanding transparency, and a loud minority spinning conspiracies darker than ever. That won't let go on. Here's the haunting reality. As of now, there is no clear ending. The family has stayed silent. Doctors have given no updates. Rumors of family breakdowns, studio fights, leaked medical notes, and final messages swirl across the internet like wildfire. All anyone knows for sure is this: King Harris is still fighting for his life. The clock is still ticking, and the next headline could either bring the miracle everyone's praying for, or confirm hip-hop's worst nightmare. And as fans light candles, celebrities post prayers, and rumors spin out of control, one truth remains: the next 24 hours may not just decide King Harris's fate, they may change the Harris family and hip-hop itself forever. And that's where things stand right now. King Harris fighting for his life in the ICU. The Harris family shattered in silence, and the world left hanging on every rumor, every leak, every unconfirmed whisper. A leaked doctor's note pointing to stress-induced collapse, a hallway meltdown caught on camera, an alleged final message that may have been King's way of crying out for help before it was too late. And still no clarity, no closure, no comfort. Just silence. But here's where I turn it over to you, because your voice matters in this moment. Do you think the Harris family is hiding the full truth about what led to King's collapse? Or do you believe this is exactly what it looks like? A tragic medical battle triggered by pressure no young man should ever have to endure. And what about that alleged voice note? Do you believe it's authentic? A heartbreaking clue to King's state of mind? Or do you think it's just another fake leak, designed to stir chaos while the family suffers in private? I want you to sound off in the comments right now. Tell me if you're Team Truth, demanding full transparency from the Harris family, or Team Privacy, believing they deserve to fight this battle behind closed doors. This is your moment to weigh in, to debate, to push the conversation forward. And don't just stop at commenting. Smash that like button if you're praying for King. Hit subscribe and turn on those notifications, because the next 24 hours could bring the update none of us are ready for. Whether it's the miracle recovery everyone's begging for, or the unthinkable headline that will break hip-hop's heart forever, we'll be here first to cover it. The Harris family is quiet. The doctors are silent. But the clock is still ticking. And when the next headline drops, will it bring hope or heartbreak? Stay locked in, because the story isn't over.